Okay, here's a short little video that I want to do just to document for myself and let others see what I'm doing here in terms of composting. Today is, I think it's March 18th, 2019, and decided to do a little bit more of my composting here. This first pile closest to you is the manure pile I got from the neighbor's cow, and then it's already been composted, pretty good stuff. And over here, the next pile is some dirt that we call Utah here in Bisaya, Utah. And that came from the garden over there, the old garden. Dug that up, threw it in a pile over here. So I've been making some other things with this compost, this cow manure. I've been mixing this up 50-50 to make a growing medium. But for now, I'm working down in this area, my composting area. I have some leaves dug up there or raked up there. I have a lot of grass that I cut out of a field. The field's way over yonder. And raked all that up, threw it over here, and slowly making compost piles out of that. Now, I suppose I could make one that big, but I usually, what I've read is they say keep it about 1 by 1 by 1 meter by 1 meter by 1 meter. So that's what I'm doing. I have some other piles here that I did not put any cow manure into until today. I just turned them over a little bit ago. That little one right there was where that bigger one is. And I raked it over here. What I do is I rake the outside of the pile, and that becomes the inner pile, the inner part, and then I rake what's left, and that becomes the outer part, okay? So that's been composting. This time I did throw some manure in there while I was at it. And then did the same thing with that pile. That pile was where this new one is, and I raked again the outside part and made that the center, and then took what was the center and made that on the outside. So that's slowly composting. It's getting there. And then this is my new pile that I'm working on. Pulled some of the grass out of there, rip it up somewhat. I'm not killing myself doing that, but some people say cut it up in like 4-inch pieces. It will decompose faster. I have till November. That's what my date I'm shooting for. So I got a long time for this to decompose, so I'm not worried about it. And so what I did is, so far I put 4 layers of this. Each layer consists of this. I take the grass, rip it up a little bit if I can, throw it in a layer of it. Then I get some of that grass, or some of the leaves, pick up some of that, several handfuls, maybe an armful, and then dump that on the layer of grass. Then I put 1 shovel full of manure on top of the leaves, and then I water it very well. And then I do the process again. More grass, more leaves, more manure, more water, and again and again. This one you're looking at is the 4th layer. 4th time I put the leaves in the compost, or leaves in the manure. So I'm going to probably put a couple more on top of this that I won't be videoing. But that should get it big enough to be a halfway decent pile, and let it go from there. So that's what I'm working on, and I'm going to see how this one goes. I know I did one with compost. My first pile that I did, my very first, didn't decompose as well as I thought it should, and it is a little bit like this one. I'm not really all that happy with that one, but it's taken a lot longer than I wanted it to, but that's okay. I have a long time. Then the second one I did, I added manure to it, and that was a tremendous difference, just a tremendous difference in speed of decomposing. So I want to see if this one's going to do it. These two before did not have any manure. So I want to see how fast this guy goes with that manure in there in 4 layers. It's going to be probably 5 or 6 layers by the time I'm done here. Okay. So, say hello to Olivia. Olivia. Hey, Olivia. Oh, she's busy. They really like this stuff. The one dog just buries her head in there and just like goes half of her body inside, looking for whatever she's looking for. Luckily, they're staying away from the manure. I was afraid they might be playing in that all the time, but staying away from that stuff, that's kind of good. Okay, that's it. So, thanks for listening. Adios.